Yeah, baby. This is Hoshi-chan here with anime location at Matsuricon 2016. Here with Ohio Kimono. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic today. Thanks for asking.
It's wonderful. So you've been doing Matsuricon for a few years now. So how has it been since last year?
I am absolutely loving this year. I am doing great, and it is an absolute privilege to be back again.
So you're a regular here. So what's your thought on the convention with the charities and now pirates?
Why not? Bring it on. You know, you got to mix up the themes and you got to keep it fresh. So I think it's absolutely awesome that they brought in a bit of a pirate theme this year. And then on top of that, the charities are always great. It's great to see conventions take a socially responsible stance and help encourage and raise awareness for important causes. So this con is rocking, and this is one of my favorite cons to go to. And this year I'm doing 31 shows alone this year. So I do a lot of shows. So when I say a show's good, I got a little bit of a background to say it's a pretty good show, and this is a great show.
Nice, that's a lot of shows though. So compared to smaller conventions, do you think you have more of an opportunity to have a one-on-one moment with your customers?
I like, you know, there's different advantages to big and small conventions. With the bigger conventions, I bring a lot more inventory and a lot more pieces from Kyoto, Japan, which I work with a small family business in Kyoto. I don't go into eBay, buy it for $40, and say it's $100 here. So at the bigger cons, I bring a lot more inventory. At the smaller shows, so like you said, I get more one-on-one intimate time to really help people and give them a hands-on education on what they're buying and working with. So, you know, each size show has its own advantages, but I do like the smaller shows in the sense that I can really help people out on an individual basis.
So is it important to keep up with current trends in Japan?
I think so, but I tend to be a little bit of a trendy person. I think Japan has some absolutely really interesting fashion trends. I'm a big fan right now of the Harajuku movement. There's obviously a lot of people know of the Lolita movement, so I'm a big fan of keeping on top of them. And even with my own inventory, such as the yukata I pull in, I make certain that I can get in the current trends, the current fashions, and I make certain a lot of them are on top of those fashions and statements. So I do frequently even have not just antique and vintage kimono, but even the current trends and fashions. And man, if you're looking for some fashion inspiration, look to Japan.
Definitely. That's what I do. So you're a big fan of the cherry blossom festivals. Is there any recommendations that you can give to people who are looking into doing cherry blossom festival to avoid the tourist crowd?
Oh yeah, there is. Here in the Midwest, we have a hidden gem. It's called the Fort Wayne Cherry Blossom Festival, and it is a fantastic free event. I've done the DC Cherry Blossom Festival, and it is large. It's very touristy. You have to pay for everything. It's also really spread out that over 2 weeks you got to go, you know, here and pay $25 admission for this theater event. You got to go here, you pay $15 admission. The Fort Wayne Cherry Blossom Festival is one free day, action-packed, tea ceremony, taiko, shamisen, Japanese theater, kimono, you name it. It is a fantastic hands-on and free cherry blossom festival. And it's not alone. There's a couple others too, such as Buffalo, New York has a small one that's located in a Japanese garden. And then if you want beyond the cherry blossom festivals, I highly recommend the Anderson Japanese Gardens. They have a once-a-year Japanese Matsuri where they pull in and actually fly artisans and performers from Kyoto, Japan to perform and put on arts and crafts. And it's only $8 admission, and man, is that a VIP experience.
I've been there. I highly recommend it. So is there any last words you want to say to your fans?
I have fans. You guys have fun, continue to practice, and remember that dressing and wearing kimono is an art form, and art takes practice, and, you know, always be ready to explore and enjoy what you have.
And is there anywhere that the viewers could keep up to date and contact you?
Yeah, as many of you guys know, I'm all over Facebook and Instagram. You can easily contact me there. If you go to my website, which is ohiokimono.com, ohiokimono.com, you can easily find links to all of that content, so you can get in touch with me. And I'm always happy to help and send links to YouTube videos and other resources. So as people are learning, advancing, or just have questions, I'm there.
Well, you've heard it here first at Anime Location at Matsuricon 2016. I think that guy over there has my mojo, so I'm going to be out.
Okay. Hi, this is Ohio Kimono, and as you guys have noticed, I have two fantastic individuals behind me. And one of the things that I'm really big about is raising awareness to Japanese culture, art, and history. And Japanese art is fantastic, and too often, armor is just one of those things that people very rarely have access to. And I have found in my time with doing conventions an awesome young individual, and he's a collector of Japanese armor and is highly knowledgeable. His name is Neil Risky, and he is an absolute expert on this. He's going to start doing panels in the near future and teaching about Japanese armor. So that I'm going to hand over the microphone to him and let you learn a little bit about him and Japanese armor.
Okay, as she said, my name is Neil Risky. I have been collecting and studying Japanese armor since pretty much I graduated from high school. I'm 31 years old now, so you could do a little bit of math there. I have on currently a samurai armor of the Sengoku era style. It is a reproduction. I mostly deal with reproductions, but I do have historical pieces, which I am more than willing to share and let people see, touch, feel, and actually sometimes even wear. With me right here is in this armor box is also another suit I let people play around with and see the difference between different cultures' interpretations of the armor. This is Chinese made. What I'm wearing is also Chinese made, but it more follows along the lines of the Japanese, more Japanese style. We have over here another suit. This is a recent acquisition of Ohio Kimono, and it is a very beautiful suit using the very heroic red and very typical of Japanese culture, whereas I'm using the deep blue, very typical also, but more traditional, as indigo was a very common dye that they used. All right, and if you ever want to see any more, I'm currently working on getting a panel ready for the Ohio Con coming in January, and I will be discussing basic history as well as in-depth wearing, different types, different styles, and just how the culture of Japan fits in with their warrior past.
So thank you again for helping us out, and I really hope to see many of you as my customers and friends support his class and learn and advance your own knowledge of Japanese art and culture and history, and most importantly, armor.